Hello, my loves. Blessed full moon. I hope you all are having a wonderful Monday. I'm sure a lot of you are having a holiday because of the holiday tomorrow. So I hope you are enjoying that time. I just came to deliver the full moon in Capricorn reading. Um, Quickly, I'm going to say the prayer that I created for this full moon before we get into this reading. And then I'm going to say the affirmation and we're going to get into the spread. I am not at home right now. So tomorrow when I get home, I'm going to record myself doing the ritual for this full moon. And you guys will also see day 2 of Purge and Progress. Okay? Alright, alright. Go ahead and get yourself into a comfortable position. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders. Go ahead and put your hands in prayer position right at your heart. Go ahead and bow your head. On this Capricorn full moon night, we stand in the presence of celestial light. As the moon's glow illuminates the sky, we align with the energy soaring high. Capricorn, the sign of ambition and strength, we seek your guidance, the lessons you lend. Grant us discipline to reach our goals and perseverance to overcome any woes. In this lunar phase of culmination and peak, we release what no longer serves us, feeling complete. With steadfast determination, we embrace our path, grounded in wisdom, ready to face any aftermath. We trust that our karma is cleansed and cleared. O Capricorn, guardian of earthly stability, guide us towards success with unwavering ability. As we climb the mountain of our dreams, we trust in your energy to support and redeem. Grant us the patience to build a solid foundation as we navigate life's changes with dedication. May this full moon illuminate our purpose and worth, empowering us to manifest our desires on earth. In this sacred time, we embrace our inner strength and the gifts we possess. Aligned with the universe, we are blessed. As the moon wanes and the night grows still, we carry this energy with gratitude in our hearts. We welcome in new beginnings, and we release any old patterns, structures, beliefs, or rules that are no longer serving us. All right, now that we have gotten that prayer out of the way, let's go ahead and do this reading. And then I will say our affirmation. In what areas of my life do I need to cultivate greater structure and organization to support my growth and stability? Where are you relying on external approval or validation to define your worth? How can you reclaim your own self-validation? What is the driving force behind your current ambitions and goals? How is your darker side obstructing your journey of integrating and embracing your shadows? What valuable lesson have your shadows taught you thus far during the retrograde season? What teaching or lessons is Saturn imparting on you during this period? How can you approach the acts of sacrifice and purging with greater intention and purpose? And of course, we have a Moonology Oracle and a postcard from Spirit to wrap it up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a tea leaf oracle for each of these questions really quick. And we're going to jump right into it. Hey, Angel. I'm just doing a reading for the Capricorn full moon. How are you? Okay, let's get into it. So, in what areas of our life do we need to cultivate greater structure and organization to support our growth and stability? You have the Eight of Swords in the Forest, okay? First of all, we need to create greater structure and organization within our minds because there's so many limiting beliefs, there's so many distractions. We always feel like there's so many things piled against us that it's hard for us to see what's actually working in our favor. So when it says, in what areas of my life do I need to cultivate greater structure and organization, you need to cultivate greater structure and organization within your thoughts, within your mental processes, within the way that you perceive things and then emote about them, which then rules your actions, okay? That's where you need to bring greater structure and stability to. Even the forest represents feeling the effects of the Capricorn full moon. Girl, me too, especially as a Capricorn. And then the forest represents muddled and unclear thinking. So again, it's like bringing balance and structure to the mind, bringing organization to your thoughts. Not necessarily constantly monitoring your thoughts, but choosing very intentionally what you want to focus on, okay? In terms of your thoughts, what you're giving energy to. Where are we relying on external approval or validation? I'm sorry, I be doing these tarot spreads in first person because I also do them for myself. So bear with me as I readjust the verbiage. Where are we relying on external approval or validation to define our worth, and how can we reclaim our own self-validation? We have the Four of Swords, and then we have the barking dog. So first of all, where are you relying on external approval or validation to define your worth? You're not. Okay? You have come to peace with the fact that you don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need anyone else's validation. You are in a position where you know what you have to do for you, and you would love to have support on that. But at the end of the day, you've made peace with who's supporting you and who's not. Okay? So that's the first part. And that's a good thing. You're not relying on that external validation or approval anywhere but from your own self. How can you reclaim your self-validation? You can reclaim by not being so close off. Sometimes you need that advice from a friend. Sometimes you need a second pair of eyes. Sometimes you need to collaborate in order to take things to the next level. Girl, I feel you. I'm a Capricorn sun. My North Node is in Capricorn, and I have a Capricorn stellium in my third house because my Neptune is in Capricorn. Something else is in there, but regardless, there's 3 planets in my third house, and they're all in Capricorn, and my third house is also in Capricorn, and it's just like, but going back to this question, it's like sometimes you need that collaboration. And I know, like, we have gotten so jaded in collaborating with people and even bouncing ideas off of people and that sort of thing, but we have to understand that we cannot grow as a society without each other. It is the age of Aquarius. This is a humanitarian age, and we have to learn how to work together. So it's not that you're working with others for the external approval or validation. You're working with others to further the intention, and that's going to make all the difference. Okay. What is the driving force behind your current ambitions and goals? We have the Page of Wands in success. The driving force is your dreams. You have been having this dream in your head since you were young, or even since you were younger, and you just see yourself successful. You see yourself thriving. You see yourself applying the knowledge that you've gained along the way. You see yourself teaching and reaching and making a difference. And that is what's driving you towards success, because really and truly, you don't have any hope right now that you can really be a change all on your own. You don't have any hope right now that you'll gain enough support to gain the traction that you need to be the change that you want to see on your own. And so a lot of times when you feel like you're progressing, you also feel like you're taking 3 steps ahead just to get knocked 5 steps back, because you don't feel like you have the resources, the support, the reach that you need. But you're saying it doesn't even matter. I'm going to do what I got to do anyway, because this is what I signed up for. This is my intention. And if I die tomorrow, at least I will be able to say that I tried and I made somewhat of an impact. Okay. And I love that. I love that. And success is as simple as it sounds. Success is a driving force behind your ambitions and goals. You want success, whatever that looks like for you. For me, it looks like me with my 2 to 3 acres of land, my nice 3.5 to 4 bedroom home, with my 2 dogs and my wife. And that's what it looks like for me. Okay. So, hey, Bryn. So whatever success looks like for you, it looks like me being able to comfortably travel whenever I want to. It looks like me being able to buy whatever I want whenever I want. Not necessarily that I'm going to be excessive, but if I see a nice dress that I want, I don't want to have to think about the fact that I may not be able to pay rent if I buy this dress. That's what success looks like to me. Okay, define that for you and allow that to drive you forward. How is your darker side obstructing your journey of integrating and embracing your shadows? For this one, we have the Queen of Discs and the bird flying. You don't listen. You think you know everything. That's your problem. You think you know everything and you don't know shit. The man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all, okay? You think you know everything. That's your problem. You can't even wait for the news because you think you already know what's going to happen and you already know what the news is going to be, okay? That is how your darker side is obstructing your journey of integrating and embracing your shadows. You don't have room to learn. You don't have room to observe. You don't have room to take in and comprehend because you think you know everything. And your cup is full, so you're unteachable. Fix it. Fix it. Okay? Fix it. What valuable lessons have your shadows taught you thus far during retrograde season? We got the 7 of Swords in the basket. So the valuable lesson that you've learned is you can lie to yourself all day. You can lie to other people all day. But at the end of the day, wherever you go, there you are. So you can tell people, I'm fine, when they ask you how you're doing. You can tell people, oh, my business is thriving, when they ask you how work is going. And, you know, you only have 3 clients. You can tell people I'm doing great at work when you're absolutely miserable at your job and you hate going in there. And every time you go in there, it gives you anxiety. You can tell people I'm happy in my marriage, even though you may be crying yourself to sleep at night and feeling alone in a house where you're supposed to have a partner. You know, whatever the case may be, your lies have been revealed to you during this retrograde season. The ways in which you have deceived yourself have been revealed to you. And it's like you have realized that the temporary rewards that you got from those self-deceptions are just that, temporary rewards, temporary relievers, temporary soothers, and they're not fixing the problem. Okay? That is the real valuable lesson. Does that make sense? Are y'all with me? Are y'all following me? What teachings or lessons is Saturn imparting on us during this period? Saturn is teaching us how to blow things up, okay? Blow things up and break things down for the purpose of rebuilding. Sometimes you got to blow yourself up, okay? And I will use myself as a perfect example. I have become such a hermit, y'all. Such a hermit. I don't want to talk to nobody. If it's not about business or me building my spiritual knowledge, or some type of like something that's feeding my mind and my heart and my spirit, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And I've become so detached. And it's like, on one hand, I'm trying to be authentic, so I can tell myself it's okay to do that. But on the other hand, sometimes the authenticity lies beneath the surface. So if I just say I'm not going to do it and I don't even penetrate the surface, I might never find the authenticity that I'm looking for. I might never be able to stick with the consistency that I need to be able to grow. So I have to hold myself accountable for that. I can't just keep saying, okay, well, you don't want to do it, so you're not going to do it. No, it doesn't work like that. So I have to burn that part of my ego down that's trying to protect me from wasting my time, from wasting my energy, from wasting my words and knowledge. I have to burn that part of my ego down and say, I'm giving of myself freely. Okay? And then once I do that, then Spirit will come in and say, okay, I'm rebuilding your community. I'm rebuilding your business interface. I'm rebuilding your vision in a way that better suits you, so that you can get that authenticity. So that's just me. But however that may apply for you, let it apply. Allow the thing to be blown up and broken down so that you can rebuild. Everybody is always like, oh my gosh, honey, I always see you with your wife. I love my wife. She's amazing, but she's also one of my best friends, because I don't have a lot of friends. And the friends that I do have, I've cut off in like the past 5 years, except for literally 2 people. So that's why you always see me with my wife, because my other 2 friends live out of state, and it's just me and her, And I'm like, do I want to make new friends? Yes. Do I want to be inauthentic in that? No. So I'm not just going to be going out and doing things that I don't want to do with people who I don't really know or care to build relationships with. I would just be choosy with my time. I have to burn the part of my ego down, that Leo moon part that says, oh, you need to put yourself out there. You need to connect just to connect. You need to shine your light just to shine your light. I don't have to do that. I can be, so wherever you need to put the tower and blow some things up and break some things down in order to rebuild, put it in there. Okay? Put it in there, blow it up, break it down, and let's rebuild. That's the lesson that Saturn is teaching you. Have the discipline to sacrifice the things that you think are protecting you so that you can grow. Have the discipline, the foresight, and the clarity to move through a season of failures, setbacks, delays, frustration, so that you can get to the other side. We always want to demonize the darkness. Everything is birthed from darkness. Period. Okay? Period. How can we approach the acts of sacrifice and purging with greater intention and purpose? We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Vulture. The Vulture represents depression, anxiety, worrying that somebody is working against you. First of all, y'all got to get out of your heads. Y'all got to get out of y'all heads about this. The only person working against you is yourself, because every day that you decide to do something that is not authentic of you, you become an enemy of yourself, and you put yourself into a corner that you don't want to be in, into a situation that you don't want to be in, into an interaction that you don't want to be in. Just stop doing it. I'll give y'all a perfect example of this. I do feel like my mother suffers with depression. I do. She's not clinically diagnosed. She won't go to therapy, but I feel like she suffers with depression. Okay? And every time I talk to her, she's talking to me about some type of negativity. It's her husband getting on her nerves. It's the house. It's my grandma. It's something that she has to be sad or feel sorry for herself or be upset about. And I'm not saying that her feelings are invalid. Her feelings are very much valid, okay? Whatever she's feeling is valid. What I'm saying is, sometimes if you're not going to make any solutions, you can't put your energy into things. Sometimes if you're not going to be able to maneuver through the thing, you can't focus on it. And all you're going to do by focusing on it is break yourself down and shut yourself down. You're not going to be able to get anything done. You're going to find that you're doing stuff every day, feeling like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you're not getting anything done for real. You're not getting any closer to your intention, or getting any closer to decluttering the things that are really bothering you. Okay, so you have to be willing to go in there and do that to get to the other side of the wheel of fortune. You got to get out of your head and into your body. Everything is mental, yes, but sometimes we can't change what we're thinking. We can change what we're doing, though. So that's what you do. You change what you're doing. Is it always easy? No. But that's what you do. When you have anxiety and you feel yourself panicking and you're about to have a panic attack, what do? Focus on what you're doing and take a deep breath, right? Everybody who has panic attacks knows that. Okay, so if that's a focus on what you're doing and we can redirect the energy, then what's to stop any other situation from, to stop that applying to any other situation? It's the same thing. You have to stop and think about what you're doing. Okay, sometimes you can't change what you're thinking. You can't change your circumstances. Sometimes things are going to be happening that are outside of your control, and you can only do what you can do in that moment. Okay, but once that moment has passed, if you do the things that are getting you closer to your intention, your thoughts not only will improve, but your situation will improve. You have to be solution oriented in your own life, okay? The Wheel of Fortune represents Jupiter in astrology. It's very much Sagittarian energy. Things can go either way with Jupiter. But usually if you have the faith, if you have the belief, if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to gain the knowledge, Jupiter will reward you. And that's the same message that I'm getting here when it says, how can I approach the acts of sacrificing and purging with greater intention and purpose? By trusting and believing and having faith, by letting go of the depression, letting go of the anxiety, figuring out a way to work through and fix that. Whether you got to go to therapy, whether you need to go through a coaching program with me, whether you need to do a cleanse, whether you need to detox, whatever you need to do, figure it out and do it. Okay, that's how you can approach the acts of sacrificing and purging, by finding a way to get out of your depression, get out of your anxiety, get out of your head, and get into your body. The world is your oyster. And we really could have so much more from the world, but the thing is, we're so used to taking crumbs that we just decide, okay, I'm okay with it. If more of us would just wake up and say, I'm not okay with crumbs, I'm going to claim my inheritance, the world will be a whole different place. That's a whole nother video. I'm not about to start preaching on that, but y'all understand what I'm saying, okay? Period. All right, let me pull the oracles for this reading, because y'all done got me to preaching up in here. First quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. I just said that. I just said keep the commitment, keep the discipline, keep the consistency, keep the structure. Your commitment is being tested, baby. We're at the full moon, which means we get to the new moon, and then we have our first quarter moon, okay? Matter of fact, scratch that. Last quarter moon, new moon, first quarter moon, okay? So we got 3 moon phases until our first quarter moon. I mean, we got multiple moon phases, but y'all get what I'm saying. 3 main moon phases until our next first quarter moon. In that time, remain committed, remain consistent, remain disciplined. This just solidified again for the 3rd time that I'm doing the right thing by doing this Purge and Progress challenge, not only just in general, but at the time that I'm doing it. Okay, so if you have not joined and you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch the Purge and Progress video. And I'm not just saying that to plug this in here. That really did come full circle. So check it out, okay? I can't make this stuff up. Spirit just, I'm just a vessel, okay? Spirit gives me ideas and things, and I say, okay, Spirit, we're going to try it out, and that's what we do, okay? So I have done that. I'm going to read our postcard from Spirit, and then we're going to wrap up. It says, Dearest you, excuse me, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will only bring you more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty, so you will be ready to be filled with inspiration, epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all of life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. Yes, I receive that. I believe that. Period. Okay? Let's go ahead and say this affirmation, and then we're going to get out of here. If you're in my Moonchild tribe, I did send you guys a blog that has the ritual, has a tarot spread, has journals, has a yoga sequence for you to do with this full moon. You guys can take advantage of that in addition to this reading. If you are not in my Moonchild tribe and you would like to join, you can go to 11moons11.com and subscribe for a paid subscription. You can either do Moonlit Magic, Glow Up Goddess, or Illuminate Inception. Okay. Now for our affirmation. I am grounded, disciplined, and aligned with my true purpose. I release what no longer serves me and embrace my personal growth with courage and determination. Go ahead and repeat that out loud a few times for yourself, and enjoy. I hope you guys have a blessed full moon, and I will see you lovelies tomorrow for Purge and Progress instruction.